BATJAC J.W. here. Quick, what is it? Smith & Wesson or a Colt? Any takers? Neither. It's a Miroku. Interesting. Japanese-made .38 caliber revolver. Special police revolver. .38 special, yep. 1960s through the 80s, they were made for the Japanese police. Kind of neat, isn't it? It's along the size frame of K-frame, maybe like a D frame in Colt, because it's kind of interesting. What is it? It's kind of modeled after the Colt. You also notice the cylinder release latch there that kind of gives it away. So it's kind of really unique. You also notice the bluing on it is superb. The finish is definitely something awesome. One of the things on the inside of the frame here, you can see where the locking pin sticks out through the frame to lock up the cylinder. One of the things that I like, and I noticed on it already, is that they kind of they slanted it off a little bit to accept the cylinder closing. And that's kind of a nice touch there, because if you look at the Colts are not done that way, but this is, to me, one of those things where they took that extra step of detail to kind of accommodate that. Somebody was definitely thinking about the operation and action on this revolver. Moving on over to the hammer, and I know how people like to definitely talk about each feature and everything, and you always hear that argument on frame-mounted firing pins or not. Well, this one here is mounted on a hammer. You can see it's a little bit different, but it's got a heck of a firing pin on it. Definitely really cool. And on the hammer itself, it is a wide spur hammer on it, so that it's got more of that combat style, ease of cocking the hammer back. So we'll go ahead and give you a better look at that. 25 lines per inch on the checkering there. You can see a better look at the that wide surface area you got to pretty much place your thumb on there and ease that hammer back. Pretty cool stuff. In a sense, you can see with these kind of subtle details how much different they are slightly than the Smiths and stuff and the Colts, but you can see how much the contour and everything is a little bit different, kind of its own flavor, yet still faithful reproduction, but in its own way, its own flavor. And like I said, when handling this thing, you really can't tell the difference. You could hand this thing to somebody blindfolded and say, quick, what is it, Smith or Colt? You really couldn't tell. Now, I'm the kind of guy that likes my old school wood grips, and this one has definitely got them on there. Really nice. I like the way they dress out. I like the checkering on them, and you can tell they're definitely checkered and not like some kind of press stamped in there or anything like that. Also, I think the fine touch of putting the diamond in the middle of the where the escutcheon and the screw and stuff is a really nice, classy, old school throwback touch. You can tell where that was modeled from. Of course, you got a beautiful medallion and everything in it, and just the character of the grips, and it just kind of belongs on a blued steel revolver like this. Overall, this revolver is absolutely fantastic. 4-inch barrel, tapered, which I like. I like the just kind of the way that sets up and feels and looks. Really old school. The front sight, obviously, a pretty aggressive ramped front sight, fixed, nothing adjustable there, and a trench rear sight here, which is just part of the frame. What I mean by the trench, you just kind of look down the middle, line her up, and pull the trigger. Colt style release, as we talked about, but overall, really do like this thing. It's again, like I said, you could put it in your hands and not even realize what you really got. The overall look and feel of the revolver itself is very smooth. The metal is just, you can tell there's a big difference in that metal. Absolutely fantastic revolver. Love to be able to show this to you. And, I wish we could just reach into that screen and touch it. But, until then, this is what we got. So thanks for watching. Subscribe right to the channel. And here we are with another revolver video. What a surprise.